Well, good morning, everyone. I'd like to share with you today our commitment to growing the kind of city I believe we want to live in. My theme today is connectedness. It started over 200 years ago when Abraham Erb built his grist mill on Laurel Creek, and the village of Waterloo purchased land from Jacob Eby Farmstead to build Waterloo Park. As the years went by, the first log schoolhouse, built in 1820, was moved to the park, and the park became the most prominent gathering space. People flocked for different sporting events, like the 1895 Canadian Championship cycling races. Perfect for Councillor Freeman. And yes, there actually was a cycling track called the Oval in Waterloo Park at that time, as well as tobogganing and canoeing and paddling on Silver Lake. They also enjoyed musical acts at the band shell, donated by the Seagram family. And from the moment Erb settled here, Waterloo became an important commercial and social center. Since then, every council has worked hard to nurture and develop the city. This is true of our elected officials today. I'd like to acknowledge and applaud all my fellow municipal councillors for their passion and dedication to their constituents and to growing this community. I know we are faced with many challenges. Our community, like communities across North America, is dealing with an opioid crisis that is taking away our citizens far too soon. This is an incredibly difficult issue to solve, with no easy answers. It has the attention of all agencies and levels of government, and it can only be tackled with a thoughtful and coordinated approach. Like most municipalities, we also face financial challenges. Our roads, sewer systems, and underground pipes were paid for by the original homeowners in new developments and then gifted to the city many decades ago, and now we pay the price for fixing them. That's why we've embarked on a new long-term financial plan at the City of Waterloo to make sure our assets are in good working shape for decades to come, because we can't kick the can down the road. There is also the ongoing issue of unsanctioned public gatherings, such as the one we see on Ezra Street. To paraphrase Dr. Seuss in How the Grinch Stole Christmas, I must stop St. Patrick's Day from coming, but how? Watch for further information about this later this week. We have some ideas. I might not be able to stop it, but we can turn it. These are just three great examples of the types of challenges that we face today, and we are focused on finding solutions. It won't be easy, but we have the political and community will to confront these issues. We'll do it because we are committed to growing a community that we can all be proud of. Our early settlers envisioned a prosperous, vibrant, and connected community. Their foresight and determination contributed to their success and inspires us to be courageous and determined today and for years to come. We are on a forward trajectory, one that brings people together. Our progress in several areas highlight these commitment to being an age-friendly and inclusive community that fosters belonging. I will now share some of these achievements thanks to our connections. We are connected to our community through lifelong learning. When our first log schoolhouse was built nearly 200 years ago, no one could have predicted our community's future academic prowess and its valuable connection with local government. Earlier this year, we launched a pilot project bringing together 100 grade 7 girls with 65 female role models in the field of science, technology, engineering, arts design, and math, STEAM. This STEAM event was an opportunity to inspire girls to choose a rewarding career in these fields, which are often not gender balanced. The students were excited and eager to learn, and our mentors were passionate about their journey and open to sharing their challenges and successes. This was an incredible event, one that I hope that will resonate for many years to come with those who attended. And just on a side note to my student counselors, this was actually one of the ideas we helped bring to life with Councillor Elaine from KW Bilingual School last year. I'm happy to announce for the first time today that this event has inspired our region's latest not-for-profit venture called Launch Waterloo. With a bold objective to build a place for creativity, culture, and celebration in Waterloo, Launch will host events for kids, youth, adults, and connect STEAM initiatives throughout our community. On May 12th, Launch Waterloo will hold its first ever event called Launch Day, a STEAM-filled day for students in grades 6 through 8, featuring role models from across our community, hands-on activities, and a STEAM show. Launch Day will inspire students to explore a variety of options as they look towards high school and beyond. Congratulations to Adele Newton, Toby Day Hamilton, and Angela Olano for founding Launch Waterloo. Congratulations. The Grade 5 Council for a Day contest is another great way that we connect young students with our municipal government. I'd like to call on this year's student councillors to share their ideas for making life better in Waterloo. So come on up, all the ward councillors, and Mayor as well.
Good morning. My name is Brianna. I go to KW Bilingual School. My idea is to create more volunteer opportunities for younger kids under the age of 14. Giving should have no age limit.
My name is Alexia Breeze. I go to Edna Stabler Public School. My idea to make Waterloo a better place was to allow backyard campfires in the city.
My name is Nathan Flores, and I go to North Lake Woods Public School. My idea is to organize park and roadside cleanups.
A lot of people out here.
Okay, my name is Jay Bush, and I'm from Lester B. Pearson Public School. My great idea is to provide more sports and physical activities to immigrant and refugee children here in Waterloo.
My name is Alexander Mork, and I go to St. Matthew Catholic School. My idea is to form a welcoming committee for all the new community members.
My name's Claire de Koning, and I go to Keatsway Public School. My idea is to launch a community cycling day.
Hi, my name is Kennedy Durrell Vandermeulen. I go to Elizabeth Ziegler, and my idea is to create options to interact with and aid people without homes.
So what do you think, Mayor? Did they do well? Do we have some good ideas to work with today?
Yes.
Absolutely. Let's get to the point. Yes, absolutely. Thank you all. Congratulations. Now this is the point where people start to leave, that all the good stuff is gone. Thank you all. You're all incredibly bright students, and look forward to spending the entire day with you, going to the food bank, the fire station, cooking, playing pickleball at the Y, having a council meeting, a tour of City Hall. Whew, what a day. The best place to expand your knowledge and succeed academically is right here in Canada's Education City. Arrive in Waterloo through our visionary University Gateway, and within a short drive, you'll have a tough choice to make. Will it be Conestoga College, Wilfrid Laurier University, or the University of Waterloo? Conestoga College continues to grow to meet the needs of our rapidly changing community. The newly refreshed Waterloo campus will open later this summer and will foster innovation and cultural development, building on regional strengths to position our community as a destination for culinary tourism and entrepreneurship. It will also fuel the talent pipeline through expanded programming in information and digital technologies, management excellence, both key drivers of our region's economic development. Watch for the grand reopening of Conestoga's Bloom Restaurant, which will be street front in the new building. Just a bit up the road is Wilfrid Laurier University. Laurier continues to play an instrumental role in our region's nationally recognized technology, applied research, and innovation ecosystem, as well as being an academic partner in the recently announced Advanced Manufacturing Supercluster. Laurier is also a leader in community-based research that improves the health and wellness of our citizens. The Center for Community Research, Learning, and Action promotes community well-being and social justice. The Sun Life Center for Physically Active Communities provides health and wellness programs for at-risk youth. And the International Migration Research Center provides research on migration and refugee issues around the world, a key issue in our in the world today. The last stop along the University Gateway is the University of Waterloo. Just a few days ago, the University of Waterloo launched its new Artificial Intelligence Institute. AI will change our lives. It will transform the way we work and communicate. It will transform transportation, medical care, and even how we learn. The University of Waterloo is playing a vital role in the future of AI. Researchers there have already developed technologies using artificial intelligence that can detect cancer and heart disease, understand language and emotion, and navigate roadways and factory floors better than ever before. By partnering with industry, University of Waterloo will soon deploy artificial intelligence innovations to thousands of businesses across Canada, producing solutions of immediate benefit to all Canadians. Now, I often say that I think I'm the only mayor in North America who actually has a math and computer science degree, but as I look back to 1987, I took a course in artificial intelligence. I guess I should have stuck with that. Seems to be the thing nowadays. We are fortunate to have such a strong academic presence, and I know that the best is yet to come. If you have a thirst for knowledge, Waterloo is the place to be. No matter your age, background, or dream job, our award-winning education systems welcome you and will set you on your path to success. Let's hear it for our great schools. We connect our community with a smart city economy. In Uptown Waterloo, Shopify, let's hear it, gang, woo, has outgrown the Seagram Museum and Seagram Building and will soon be expanding into new office space on Willis Way, creating another 300 to 500 jobs. I'm incredibly proud of the team here that is literally changing the face of retail around the world. Our community improvement funding plan generated about $2 million in business construction across Uptown, including a beautiful transformation of the former Hatashida Jewelry Store into a co-working space for startups, now labeled One King North, and that's just the beginning. Uptown is already a hub of activity, and when our sidewalk patios open this spring, you'll love it even more. On the west side, the boardwalk, there will be a groundbreaking next month for Medical Center 2. This second facility will expand on services provided in the first building, which is very much welcomed by the community, and is now full, with 60 doctors and specialists and 2,600 visitors each and every day. This healthcare facility has free parking, is serviced by 9 transit routes, including New Hamburg, Mayor Les, wherever you are, or somewhere around here. There you can take the bus now to Waterloo. Good. And will support the economic health of our region. Phase 2 is scheduled to open in 2020. On the east side, the Carriage Crossing residential neighborhood is building out nicely, and Conestoga Mall is filling up with new stores, taking over the old Target space right at our Ion stop. On the north side, the Schlegel Village project is expanding with phase 2 of construction to add a new seniors apartment and retirement home accommodations, which are well needed in our community. Centrally, there is new construction activity in the Idea Quarter, Phillip and Columbia area, with Evolve 1 and anchor tenant EY, which is well underway. Plans are already in the works for Evolve 2. These are North America's first net positive buildings producing more energy than is consumed. We also connect the community by putting technology to work to create a sustainable, efficient, and effective government. Sometimes these opportunities are shared amongst our neighboring municipalities. For example, installing LED street lighting across the region, saving nearly $2 million each and every year. We are also integrating dispatch and emergency radio services to ensure first responders are properly connected to respond to your urgent needs. In Waterloo specifically, a great smart city initiative is our award-winning asset management plan. Technology now helps us forecast the cost to maintain assets and the infrastructure, like recreation facilities, sewers, parks, and trails. It will also provide an estimate of when these assets will need to be replaced. This tool assists council in decision-making while ensuring property taxes are appropriate and affordable. If we want to continue providing high quality of life for our residents, it is crucial we remember to include existing assets and infrastructure as our population grows and our needs change. These smart city initiatives are an integral part of making Waterloo a vibrant and connected community. Canada's education city is definitely a smart city. In our Ardea quarter, companies like GHD, formerly known as Conestoga Rovers, who last month opened their largest North American office on Phillip Street, Stantec, the Accelerator Center, OpenText, AVIC, Exonify, HockeyTech, Magnet Forensics, these are just a few of the companies that are producing cutting-edge technologies and innovative services in the Ardea quarter. In Uptown Waterloo, organizations like the Communitech Data Hub, the Balsley School of International Affairs, and CG, Canada's Open Data Exchange, are transforming the way we use data to solve today's complex problems. And it doesn't stop there. Research at the Mike and Ophelia Lazaridis Quantum Nano Center will unleash breakthrough technologies with applications that will benefit human health and society in countless ways. The Quantum Valley transformation is underway right here in Waterloo, and once again our city will positively impact the world. Canada is hosting the G7 Summit this June in Quebec, where the Prime Minister will chair meetings with world leaders. The Perimeter Institute fed into these G7 summit themes with thought leadership on a smarter, more inclusive and sustainable world. Perimeter hosted the leaders' personal representatives, called the G7 Sherpas, for their first planning session right here in Waterloo. I attended a reception with several other dignitaries in the room and with delegations and Perimeter's international researchers, and I can tell you that Waterloo is definitely on the G7's radar. We are hoping to shape global agendas to advance the planet through science, evidence, and value-based thinking. Talk about impact on the world stage. Congratulations, Perimeter Institute. This is where you clap so I can have a drink of water. We connect our community with sport and recreation, like pickleball. Our goal here is to provide opportunities for all ages to live an active and healthy lifestyle. In 2021, the Waterloo Memorial Rec Complex will be upgraded with a second walking track, a multi-purpose court, and a welcoming gathering space. A new and improved older adult recreation center will be built there and will include everything our older adults have come to love and expect in their current space. We're creating an attractive and intergenerational facility that meets the needs of our residents now and as our population grows and ages. Bringing people of all ages together in one place, right across from Waterloo Park and our trail and ion systems, is a new and exciting approach for our city. It may be one of the reasons we recently received the Province of Ontario's Age-Friendly Community Recognition Award. The cities of Kitchener, Cambridge, and Guelph also received an Age-Friendly City Award. It makes me proud to know that we are all striving for an age-friendly community that enables seniors and people of all ages to live healthy, active, and socially connected lives. Congratulations to all communities. When we look at physical activity, it's clear we are truly active Waterloo. Last year, more than 37,000 people registered for a sport or recreation program, and that includes over 13,000 people playing pickleball, which we're playing today, gang. Looking forward to it. I must also mention Pickup Hub, our award-winning sports reservation system. This application is used by hundreds of active living enthusiasts who want to jump into a sport at any time, and it's really popular. We've seen a 230% increase in usage in just the past 2 years. It doesn't take a facility or a league or lots of money to stay active and healthy. Across the city, you'll find playgrounds, parks, sports fields, and courts. There are over 160 kilometers of trails to take you through our parks, woodlands, creek corridors, and more. Sometimes a run, walk, or rollerblade on our trails is all you need. In the winter months, Council allocates $40,000 each year to support our outdoor ice rink program. These rinks are located in neighborhoods across the city and delivered by over 180 community volunteers who are passionate about maintaining our national pastime. We contribute to our community as an active, healthy, and balanced place to live by making it easy and affordable to participate. As our population grows, we will continue to cater to all ages, ability, and interests to ensure we maintain our high quality of life. We connect our community by helping people get around. Our commitment to being an inclusive community means focusing on all modes of transportation: public transit, on foot, bikes, and cars. Let's start with public transit. Ion vehicles continue to arrive and are being tested along the routes from North Waterloo to South Kitchener. As we patiently await the launch of service, and we're not very patient anymore, we're sort of unfriendly right now to bombard you, but as we patiently await the launch of service, our friends at Grand River Transit continue their work to improve the bus routes and to connect directly with Ion stations to help make travel more efficient overall. For pedestrians, we are working hard to ensure safe travels across the city. Thanks to ongoing public feedback and our commitment to making making our city as accessible as possible, Council piloted a sidewalk clearing initiative on King Street in Uptown. In conjunction with the Uptown BIA, staff will assess the results and make recommendations to Council before next winter. Providing opportunities for pedestrians and cyclists to navigate the city is important, and that's why new sidewalks and multi-use trails are being added to our active transportation network, most recently on Lexington Street, Seagram Drive, and Columbia Street West. And I'm happy to announce that finally, after 20 years, we have completed the Waterloo section of the Walter Bean Trail. There. Later this spring, we'll announce the grand opening of the busiest section of the trail, the Waterloo Park Central Promenade. Last year, we recorded over 1.4 million trips across the existing bridge. In July, we'll open the trail and a second bridge to provide separate passageways for pedestrians and cyclists so that they can travel safely across that area of town. For cars, did you know there are 18 electric vehicle charging stations in Waterloo? This includes a unit recently installed in Waterloo Town Square, and another 3 dual units are planned for Uptown this August. We will continue to look for opportunities to provide sustainable methods of transportation and specifically to encourage the growth of an EV charging station network. In addition to these projects, staff are actively working with the province and local municipalities to improve the Grand River access points to make it easier to experience this natural gem. And we are working with the region and the Township of Woolwich to relocate the Trans-Canada Trail, now called the Great Trail, to the rail corridor out to the St. Jacob's Market. So Mayor Sandy, now we can meet and enjoy a little walk or a ride on our bikes on a trail that connects our two communities. The trajectory of transportation in Waterloo has come a long way since the days of the Corduroy Road, creating a livable, walkable community, one where people can easily access and explore our city, ensures our connectedness. We connect our city with placemaking. Placemaking is about providing opportunities for people to gather and participate in shared experiences. It is a focal point for our city's cultural development and a guiding principle for our festivals, events, and programs. Events like Winterloo, Campfire, we have events like that, you got that right. And National Indigenous Peoples Day bring people together uptown and the public square to have fun. Last year's artist in residence collected stories, recipes, and artwork from community members to create a neighborhood cookbook. We also host an annual Amplify Culture Summit to showcase the innovative work being done in spaces and places that inspire new ideas and opportunities to collaborate. This year, we have an engaging lineup of programs and events, including Lumen, a new event that showcases light-based new media, and our Artist in Residence program will bring people to Waterloo Park to commemorate its 125th anniversary. It promises to be an exciting year. And perhaps you've seen a giant squirrel in Waterloo Park. This squirrel and the 100-foot harvest table it sits on is a public art piece called Nuts, created by Ted Fullerton. This, to foster belonging, is important for citizens to have a great gathering spaces, and it makes me proud to know many people visit the area of Waterloo Park to spend time with family and friends. Speaking of Waterloo Park, the rehabilitation of Silver Lake and the Central Street entrance will add to the park's luster, making it the true jewel of our city. I'd like to thank the community for coming out to our public engagement sessions. We need to put the we need to put the water back in Waterloo. Don't you agree? Yes. Yeah. Recently, we initiated the Uptown Public Realm Strategy, which looks at all public spaces, even those between buildings. For example, you may have seen the mosaic art titled 14 Neighbors installed beside the Button Factory. Our arts and culture team worked with local artist Jason Panda. Jason Panda. Mayor Panda, does that name sound familiar to you? He's your dad. That's great. Now, we pull him in to help us with our art projects, okay? You gonna do that? Our local arts and culture team worked with local artist Jason Panda, who created the artwork to recognize natural history and create a unique connection between the Spurline Trail and the Trans-Canada Trail. This is the first official shared space in Waterloo for all modes of active transportation, and it inspires us as we look to reinvent other public spaces in Uptown. Speaking of 14 neighbors, let's talk about our neighborhood strategy. Our focus with this strategy is to encourage people to get to know each other, to help each other, and care about their neighborhood. One of the ways we have achieved these goals is with our grant programs. In the past 3 years alone, Council has provided almost $200,000 in grants for neighborhood programs and placemaking activities. The Clare Hills wildflower planting, for example, demonstrates the importance of our efforts. It was a pleasure for me to be there, planting flowers alongside dozens of volunteers. And just so you know, since Clare Hills is over where the moraine is, it's like all rock, so it was like not really that much of a pleasure, but it was like a lot of hard work. It was fun with all the people there. As we move forward with the neighborhood strategy, we will ensure that Waterloo grows as a city of caring, vibrant, engaged neighborhoods where everyone belongs. There is a placemaking project that is near and dear to my heart, the East Side Branch Library. Libraries in Waterloo are our community centers. They provide spaces for everyone to gather, learn, and grow. The new library is a much anticipated addition to the Waterloo Public Library system. The new branch is scheduled to open as part of this beautiful facility in 2020, and I know the grand opening can't come soon enough. I applaud our city councilors, city and library staff, and members of the Waterloo Public Library Board for working together to make this happen. Connecting to 2028. Allow me to visualize the future for a moment. This year, the region's total population will hit 600,000, which includes about 140,000 in the city of Waterloo. In the next 10 years, we'll add another 100,000 people regionally in the next 10 years. That equates to another city of people. So what will happen between now and 2028? Some of my thoughts. Number one, we're already building a new ambulance headquarters at the Waterloo-Wilmot border and adding more ambulances. The fact remains that an ambulance sent out to Wellesley has to fight to get to the heart of a rapidly growing urban core for emergency treatment. That's why I believe we will also need new emergency hospital facilities on the northwest border of Waterloo, and I can't wait for that to happen. Number 2, the urban environment will be the place to be. I foresee empty nesters getting rid of that second car in favor of a transit pass. Development investment along the Central Transit Corridor, which today is about $2 billion, will likely triple in 10 years. Everything you need will be just a short walk from an ION or iExpress stop. And that's pretty much true today, so I'm not going out on a limb here. Number 3, our entrepreneurial community generates 2 startups every business day, and 1 out of 1,000 will skyrocket. That means we will create another 4,000 companies locally in the next 10 years and 4 globally significant gems. They will be selling to the world. Number 4, our post-secondary institutions will add another 15,000 students. Many of them will be international students. And just for Laurier, Conestoga, and UW, I didn't consult with them. I just made up this number, but I truly believe it to be true. I figure with Conestoga adding about 3,000 this year, Waterloo and Laurier adding another 1,000 this year, that's 5,000. It's like already 1/3 of the way there. So 15,000 students. Whether they, I'm using my math degree in a lot of estimation in that one. Whether they stay here to live and work or return with fond memories of Waterloo, Canada, they will help our business ecosystem and spread the Waterloo brand globally. Number 5, in 10 years, we'll be accustomed to taking the frequent, all-day, 2-way GO train service to Toronto. Yes. And if the creation of a high-speed rail line proceeds as planned, it will unleash the economy of 8 million people in the Toronto-Waterloo Region corridor, and we'll be riding that too. On a side note, did you know it is only $8 each way to ride the GO train to Toronto using a senior's pass? Thank you, Ken Sealing, for that tip. It's true, he did give me that tip. It's a good idea. He's so economical. Look at that. All the work he does in Toronto, and he takes the train for $8. That's good steward of the public purse. By number 6, by 2028, Pearson Airport will have reached capacity. In the intervening years, regional airports like Waterloo will likely experience a surge of interest due to necessity, less regulation, and more competition. With the GO train stop being built just north of the airport in Breslau, our airport will be very attractive. You can expect to travel east, west, to Ottawa, California, and surely Las Vegas. Want to bet on that? I'm getting to the end here, it's okay. Today I've shared with you several examples of our commitment to creating a connected community that is inclusive, welcoming, and caring. Perhaps all we need is a colorful reminder about the strength and the diversity of our community. This spring, we will be installing a rainbow crosswalk that is a symbol to all walks of life: gender, ability, age, background, sexual orientation, race, and religion. That Waterloo welcomes you. I'm truly blessed. I am truly blessed to be the mayor of the City of Waterloo. I work with a committed council, dedicated staff, and community partners who are 100% invested in the city and the people who live, work, play, and learn here. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the 2 words you've been waiting to hear. In closing, I heard that the other night, thought I'd reuse it. As everyone knows, Stephen Hawking passed away last month. We are fortunate that he visited Waterloo a few years ago, and in particular, the University of Waterloo and Perimeter Institute. Our community made a favorable impression with Professor Hawking, and he had kind things to say about our community. His passing is a loss. He embodied many of the attributes that we value, and his contributions to society will have a lasting impact. As Professor Hawking said, the past, like the future, is indefinite and exists only as a spectrum of possibilities. Thank you.